All good? Working
All
okay?
right, we are official. I was making sure the name was really long. It was like Ben Dornbush
Oh.
introduces mindfulness and and it gave like the exact date and time. But we're recording now, so we should be good to start, Courtney.
Awesome. All right. Thank you everyone for joining us for our round two of our mindset reset workshop with Ben. If you didn't weren't able to make the first one, we were able to record that, and that is up on our Wistia site. So we sent that out last week. If you need access to it or are having trouble finding it, just let me know. We're recording this one and we will do the same thing. So you can always refer back to it if you feel like you want to remember those breathing exercises or grounding exercises. Those are always good to refer back to. But today we have round two. So Ben's got another great workshop up his sleeves for us. If you have any questions, I know we all have different capabilities, but feel free to leave them in the comments. You can also always just email me, and I will make sure to reach out to Ben if he can answer those questions as well. And then we've got another few days of our workshops up ahead, and then the program wraps up on Friday, and our prize winners will be picked and announced. So with all that, Ben, I'll let you take it away.
Awesome. Hello again, everyone. Or hello for the first time if you are just tuning in just this week. Um, I am trying to, there we go. Just trying to find my notes that I had. I love doing these digital presentations because I can seem really well put together because it's easy to sort of glance over at notes. I have two screens, but my name is Ben. I grew up in Massachusetts. I lived in New York for 10 years. I lived in LA for 5 years. I've lived in Dubai. I've lived in Mexico. I'm currently here in Austin, Texas. I work for a tech company called Cloudflare. So I too sit for a lot of my day. But I found yoga about like 18 years ago. And I'm really excited to just share in this workshop with you guys. So last week, again, we did record it. So if you're just joining, you're like, I wasn't here, don't worry. We're going to build off a couple things we started last week. Whereas last week, I feel like we spoke about meditation, breath work, and movement as sort of separate things. And this week, I wanted to focus on integrating all those things. So I know I try to, I can't really show you, but my desk space is a solid like counter. So it's a little bit higher. I've always thought like if you've been sitting down for a while, try standing up for a bit. And if you've been standing up, try sitting down. So like add in like an opposite sort of um, if you're looking to change things up. But what I'd first like to just get into is just a group meditation, just bringing our awareness to the breath. If you've never meditated before, don't worry about it. It's really just about sitting and observing what is. So if you're comfortable, allow your eyes to close and just notice what's coming up. Whether you hear the beeping of people jumping in or leaving. I tried to disable that, but it didn't seem to work, so I'm going to give that up. And as you sit, just notice your breath. Notice the inhales coming in and filling the lungs and expanding the heart space, and exhaling out, just allowing everything to leave your body. Inhales, bring air into the lungs, oxygenating the blood. And then exhaling, allowing the heart to pump that fully oxygenated blood to all of the internal organs. So, in this process of just noticing what's going on, it's very easy to get lost in thought. But really, the point of meditation isn't to erase your thoughts or only focus on the breathing. It's just sort of practicing being aware, practicing being an observer. There's lots of different kinds of meditation. Right now, we're just doing a simple sort of observational meditation. So, just noticing like where your mind seems to go, whether you're focusing on other things on your screen, or you're looking around your room, or maybe you notice your thoughts, or maybe you notice a sensation in your body. And just observing what is. And when you notice you start to wander away from the breath, just gently reminding yourself to bring your focus and your attention back to just noticing the inhale and noticing the exhale. And some days this can be more difficult than others. If you're having one of those days where it's really hard to like focus your attention, you can add some speech to it. You can say, I am breathing in, I am breathing out. And if you don't want to say it out loud, you can say it in your head. I am breathing in, I am breathing out. I am breathing in, I am breathing out. Notice if maybe your attention drifted away. Can you bring it back to the breath? I am breathing in, I am breathing out. If your eyes are closed, just slowly flutter your eyes open. Try to keep your focus on the breath. And with the eyes open, we're going to draw our attention doing a full body scan. So we did this last week. It's a really great way to just check in with each body part. And last week we did it with our eyes closed, but I want us to try it with our eyes open so we can allow ourselves to be visually present, but also practice simultaneously connecting with our internal body with our eyes open. So starting down in the feet, just noticing where your feet are contacting the ground. So feeling the soles of the feet against the earth, whether you're seated or standing up. Just notice the sensation of weight and that point of contact from the heel to the tips of the toes, the entire sole of the foot getting in contact with the ground. And then bring your awareness to the tops of the feet. Take a deep inhale in and feel the air sink all the way down to your feet. And then as you exhale, just let it go. Allow the breath to just settle into the earth. And then bring your awareness to your ankles, your calves, and your shins, so the lower part of your legs. And take a deep inhale in and fill up the calves, the shins, the ankles, and the feet with air. And exhale, allow that air just to dissipate back into the earth. This Next breath in, bring your awareness to your knees, so the kneecaps, the space behind the knees, and that space in between the patellas, that bone that's on your kneecap, the synovial fluid, everything that's floating amongst that huge joint that supports our whole body. Take another deep inhale in and allow the air to sink all the way down to the knees, the calves, the shins, the ankles, the feet. And exhale, just allow yourself to settle. Next, bring your awareness to the tops of the thighs, the quadriceps, your IT bands that run along the outer edges of the thighs on your right and left side body. And take a deep breath in and feel the front side, the upper part of your leg expand and fill. So the quadriceps, the top sides or front of your legs. And exhale out. On your next inhale, and bring your awareness to the backs of your legs, your hamstrings, your glutes, your hips. And as you inhale, feel your hips and the backs of your legs expand and open up. And exhale, allow yourself to settle. The breath returns back to the ground. On your next inhale in, feel your whole lower body open and expand. So breathing all the way down to the tips of your toes. Imagining the space from your toes all the way up to your hips and your lower abdomen just filling up with air. And as you exhale, allow that to just dissipate as you settle back to the earth. On your next inhale in, bring your awareness to the front side of the abdomen, so your abs, your obliques, where your stomach and intestines are, your liver, all these really important organs of digestion. Take a deep inhale in, feel the belly expand, the belly button move forward. And as you exhale, allow the belly button to move back to the spine. On your next inhale in, imagine the backside body, so the lower lumbar spine just above the tailbone. As you inhale in, feel that space expand. Exhale out. And then everything from your diaphragm down, just take a deep inhale in. So as your diaphragm presses down, opening up your lungs, allow that to open up all the space in the lower body from the lowest rib all the way down to the toes. Deep inhale in. Exhale, let it go. And then allow the heart space to open up the front of the chest as you deep inhale in. Feel the rib cage expand, maybe the sternum lift up slightly. And then exhale, let that go. Inhale into the left arm, all the way to left fingertips, the hand, the wrist, the left forearm, the left elbow, bicep, tricep, shoulder. Deep inhale in. Exhale, let it go. And then the right arm, deep inhale into the right fingertips, the palm, the top of the hand, the wrist, the elbow, the bicep, the tricep, the shoulder. And exhale, let that go. And then a deep inhale in all the way from the left fingertips, all the way up the left side, all the way across to your right fingertips. Exhale, let that go. And then inhale, expand into the upper back. So feel the trapezius and your deltoid. So these are your upper back muscles. Your shoulder blades expand as you inhale. Exhale, let that go. Inhale, bring your awareness to your neck, the front and the back, the brainstem as it lengthens up through the top of the spine on the back of the neck. Exhale, let that go. Bring your awareness to your face. So as you inhale, can you inhale the breath into the face, the mouth, the cheeks, the chin, the nose, the eyes, your eyebrows, your forehead. And exhale, let that go. Inhale into the back of your head and your ears. So feeling the back of your head expand as you take a deep inhale in. Exhale, let it go. And then we'll take a few full body breaths. So as we inhale in, we imagine the air going all the way down to our toes, filling up our ankles, our lower legs, our upper legs, our hips, our abdomen, our chest, our shoulders, until the whole body is filled with breath. Exhale, slowly let it go. Let's take one more like that. As you inhale in, allow yourself to do that body scan from the base of your feet all the way up to the crown of your head. And then at the top of your exhale, just let it go. I'll stop talking and do this 2 more times on your own, allowing the full inhale to give your entire body a full breath. Your eyes are closed, slowly flutter your eyes open if they're open during that. And just check in, notice how you feel. And feel free to share if you want to take yourself off mute for a second, be like, that was calming, or I feel whatever it is you feel. Notice what sensations, whether it's emotional or thoughts. Feel free to type it in the chat, or if you want to keep it to yourself and just write a little note for yourself on the side, try doing that. So now that we've done this really intense sort of group mindfulness exercise where we've brought attention to our entire bodies, I want us to then move into starting to move our bodies. So last week we did 3 stretches. We did some seated sort of side bending. We did a heart opener, like a back bend. We did a forward fold. And this week I want to incorporate that and expand on those, but incorporate it with the breath. Um, so I'm going to do 2 versions. I'm going to do a seated version, then I'm also going to do a standing version. So I'll let you choose what you'd like to do. I'll do the seated one first. So if you usually stand when you work, whether you're standing in the factory setting or you give lots of presentations or you're just on your feet a lot, give yourself this time to sit down for this. If you sit at a desk a lot, try the seated version first, but then make sure like later on, or when we do the standing version, that's the one that you really want to focus on. So we're sort of giving the body the opposite version of what it gets all the time. So I know I sit a lot, so I usually tend to do things standing up when I'm resetting sort of my body, my awareness, my energy. Um, the first exercise we're going to do is just some side bending again. We went over this last week, but I want to expand upon it a little bit. Um, we just did some gentle leaning, but I really want us to incorporate the arms. So we're going to start by going off to the right hand side. So thinking about your right hand as you inhale, the right arm reaches straight up. And then when you can't reach up anymore, we're going to start tilting over to the left hand side. As you inhale, can you reach the right arm a little bit further diagonally off to the left? And exhale, coming back over. One more deep inhale in, feel the rib cage open up. And then exhale, slowly coming back to center, allowing the right hand to come back to the desktop. So I'm doing this keeping my hands planted. So I inhale, I reach my left arm up. Exhale, coming over to the right this time. Inhale, reaching that left arm further over to the right, opening up the rib cage as you inhale in. Exhale, coming back to center. The next one, I do in a, because I have a swiveling chair. I want to incorporate twisting. So if you think of twisting like, oh, I actually have a towel right next to me. You think of twisting as like when you wring something out. We're kind of doing this to the spine. So we're as we twist, we're sort of expanding up like imagine like a spiral staircase lengthening up. So as you twist, can you imagine lifting your sternum and lengthening your spine as you twist? So I like using my swivel chair so I can hold on to the desk. And we're going to bring the knees off to the right. So if you want to do this and you don't have a swiveling chair, you can just take your chair, bring it to face the left side of the room, and then your hands can grip your desktop. And then as we inhale in, the right shoulder is going to come back as we gaze off across the right shoulder. We can use the left arm to gently grip the edge of the desk and pull the left shoulder towards the desk. All the while, as you inhale, remember to lengthen the spine and the crown of the head up like there's someone pulling on a string on the top of your head. And as we exhale, we deepen the twist slightly. One more deep inhale in. Exhale, allow yourself to come back to center. If you got to move your chair, face the other direction this time. We're going to take the hands over to your desk or tabletop. Deep inhale in, lifts the chest up as we begin twisting. Exhale, deepen the twist. Gaze comes across the left shoulder, and we can really leverage the use of being by a desk to help us twist the spine to the left. One more deep inhale in. Exhale, slowly come back to center. The next one I want to incorporate is a seated cat-cow. So usually in like a yoga class, we do cat-cows on all fours, and we're rounding and extending the spine. This time we're doing it right at our desk. How convenient. So if you think about it in sitting up, as we inhale in, the chest is going to lift up. So this is our cow pose. So we're pushing the sternum forward and up. You don't really have to tilt the head back unless you want to. I usually just gaze straight up with my eyes and really leverage using holding onto the desk to open up the chest. So if you grip the desk and you pull it towards you, you allow your shoulder blades and your upper back muscles to engage as you take a deep inhale in and exhale out as you lean back. Inhale in, lift up and pull the desk towards you. Exhaling back a little bit more. One more deep inhale in. Exhale, come all the way back up. This time we're going to take a deep inhale in and then do the opposite. Push the desk away as we round the spine back like cat. Deep inhale in, allow the shoulder blades to glide down the back. Exhale, round down. And then we'll fuse these two together. So as we inhale in, we bring the chest up, taking the back bend, upright cow. Exhale, pushing the desk away, rounding forward for cat. Inhale, pulling the desk towards us, lifting the chest and spine. Exhaling, round forward. Now, I'm going to demonstrate it really quickly for those of us that would prefer to stand. So I'm just going to move my chair out of the way. Again, we can leverage using, I know this is a weird angle, but we can leverage having a desk in front of us to sort of just give ourselves a little bit more stability, but also allow ourselves to deepen the twisting. So if you sit a lot, try standing up for this one. We're going to turn our bodies and face the left side. We're going to take our hands and place them on the desk. So already we're in the twist. And now when we inhale in, we can press down on the desk, depending on how high your desk is. If your fingertips are reaching on the desk, you can just tent your fingertips. As you inhale in, we're pressing down on the desk so that the spine lengthens up and we gaze over the right shoulder. Deep inhale in. Exhale, deepen the twist. Deep inhale in. Exhale out. Come back to center. Turn and face the other side. Twisting over, hands come to your desktop. Deep inhale in. We start gazing over the left shoulder this time. And make sure your eyes start looking too. I know it looks creepy while me doing this. Um, but if we use our eyes to start looking, we're actually engaging the optical nerve. It's helping balance the brain. I won't get too much into that, the neurology behind that, but deep inhale in, we're gazing over to the left. Exhale out. One more deep in, lengthen the spine up. Exhale, come back to center. Return and face the desk, and we're going to do a standing cat and cow. So I like to take the desk and I grip it with an underhand grip. So I'm kind of making like a clamp. Um, and then as you inhale in, we're still pulling ourselves towards the desk. So you'll see my shoulder blades move back and my chest start to move up. Don't worry, it's if you feel inspired to start doing a whole back bend, go for it, but it's really not about that. We're just trying to lengthen the spine. Think like Superman or Superwoman chest. So we're holding onto the desk for a little stability and support, pulling ourselves towards the desk. As we inhale in, we engage the upper back and pull the shoulder blades in towards one another as we lift the sternum up towards the sky. As you exhale, begin to round the back for a cat. Inhaling up, the sternum lifts, the gaze looks up. Exhaling round, allowing the chin to come to the chest so that we really feel the entire spine round and lengthen. One more deep inhale in. Exhale, come to neutral. Gentle twist to the left. Gentle twist to the right to reset the spine. And then just stand or sit and just notice how your body is feeling. I know we didn't really do too much, but for me, I started sweating, which can happen when we're really deeply focusing on tuning the breath in with movement. So notice just how you're feeling after that kind of movement. And next, to wrap things up, we're going to do uh, the Sanskrit word is nadi shodhana. Essentially, it's like a hemisphere balancing breath. And what we're going to be doing is closing each nostril separately to really focus on balancing the breath from the left to the right sides. So you're going to take your thumb and you're going to close your right nostril, and then you're going to take your pointer and your middle finger. You're going to come to your third eye, or that space right in between the eyebrows. And then you're going to use your ring finger and your pinky finger. I'm trying to see if you guys, this looks really funny on a video. Um, so closing the right nostril, fingertips come to the eyebrows, and then taking your ring finger, deep inhale in with the left nostril in, inhale in through the left side, and then use your ring finger to close the left nostril, release the thumb. So now we're exhaling out the right nostril. And then inhaling in the right side, closing it with the thumb when you're finished, releasing the ring finger, exhaling out the left side. So we're going to sort of ping pong back and forth. So exhale all the air out of your lungs wherever you're at. With the left nostril open, deep inhale in. Close the left side, open the right, exhale out. Inhale in through the right side. Close the right nostril, open the left, exhale out. Inhale in through the left. Exhale out through the right. Inhale in through the right. Exhale out through the left. Do a couple more rounds in your own time, going back and forth from left to right side. Wherever you are at in your cycle, just allow yourself to finish that cycle, ending on exhaling out through the left nostril. Allow your hand to relax down by your side or resting your palms on your thighs. And then take a deep inhale in through both nostrils. So full inhale in, exhale out. Another deep inhale in, exhaling out. And just checking in, noticing how you feel. Feel free to drop it in the chat or take a note next to you on a piece of paper and just check in how you feel. So we didn't get too much into, there's a handout that I made for everyone. We didn't get too much into talking about the heart chakra because I could give like a 3 hour lecture on it. Um, but what's really cool about the heart chakra is not only within a vertical space, and if heart chakra sounds really like far out to you, it's just another way of articulating where our heart and lung space is within our body. Um, but these chakras are sort of like wheels or energy centers. There's our below the heart chakra, there's three. There's the root, which there's the pelvic, there's the pelvic or the sacral, and chakra, and then there's the abdominal or the navel chakra, like our digestion, and then there's a heart chakra, and then above it there's also three. So there's the throat, the third eye, and the crown. So the heart chakra, kind of in a vertical sense, is in between. But the heart chakra also includes the lungs. And what's beautiful about the heart chakra too is that it's the only one that really encompasses the left and right side body. So we have our left hand to our right hand that's integrated in the heart chakra. That's sort of like the energy of a hug. So this Nadi Shodhana balancing breath is essentially like just noticing that left hand side and noticing the right hand side and allowing the brain, giving the brains on the like just a sort of scientific level, allow, the right brain talks to the left side body, the left brain takes care of the sort of right hand side of the body. So I'm a lefty, so I know I'm like a right brain dominant kind of person. But this Nadi Shodhana allows us to just get centered um, and sort of bring everything into harmony. Um, we have to wrap this up soon. So I want to just open the floor. If anyone has any questions, feel free to drop it in the chat. Courtney, I'm sure you have a few announcements before the meeting ends. But thank you guys all so much. I'm so looking forward to meeting you all and doing this kind of stuff in person and yoga classes and all that stuff soon. So,
Yes.
thank you all so much for coming. It's been a pleasure.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ben. That was awesome again. Um, I know we are gonna, last time I got cut off because I talked too much, but again, yeah, I left my email in there if anyone has questions or wants me to connect you to Ben, I can do that. Just reach out. Hopefully, like you said, we will be able to do these practices in person at some point, get in some more movement and some yoga and other practices. But in the meantime, this is a great virtual option, and just reminds you that you can participate in some of these practices from your desk or at home or in the office. If you're participating in our Take Five to Revive program, these are amazing resources that you can use to receive those LSM points. So kind of pairing your breath with your movement practice is a great way to just like refresh yourself before going back to work or before a stressful maybe presentation or deadline. Utilizing these little practices that can be super helpful. So remember these and carry these into our next 5-week program for the Take Five to Revive. And that's all I have. I just want to say thank you to Ben, thank you to everyone that attended, and